Good morning everyone, welcome to Jandera. Good morning everyone, welcome to Jandera. I'm Gerwin and doing a bit of a goats update this morning. We've had a few challenges over the last couple of days. One, we got some rain which was fantastic and everything's starting to green up nicely, which is wonderful, but it meant the goats didn't have a lot of shelter. And it meant their feed was going to get wet. I mean, we only got 7 mil of rain, but 7 mil is 7 mil and it really makes a difference. And it's been so hot out here anyway. I set up these tarpaulins to give the goats shade and also shelter in the rain. So the shelter is working nicely to protect the hay. So the goats can still have their little hay feeder. It keeps their hay dry.
Also eat under hay.
Yeah, so the babies are eating underneath. And I've got it a lot more open than I did before, as in that way, simply because I don't want to put holes in my tarpaulins. So the other problem we had was the babies were going through the electric fence constantly, and we discovered that the electric fence was not actually working. So we've had to get a new energizer for that, and we've now got that set up, and it's a mains power one and it's hooked up inside the shed, so it's nicely protected from the weather. And the goats are doing well. They're clearing out this area nicely, which is fantastic. We did actually have to have them cornered off in just this area for a few days, which was a challenge because it was a very small area for 5 goats, but the goat babies kept getting out, so we had that gate over, so it was all the way over here so they couldn't get through there. But now today is the first day that they're allowed back out in the main area, so they can finish munching down all of that grass and overgrowth there next to the shed, so we can sort that out and protect the shed from flooding.
The grass people finished munching it.
Yep, they've just about munched it all, and honestly most of their feed is coming from the lucerne at the moment, which is not something that makes me super happy because it's an expensive exercise to feed goats with lucerne, but what do you do? And of course they keep getting hay in their water, which is also a bit frustrating. But what do you do?
Maybe not put the water in food.
I could move the water over here, probably. The main reason I've got it there is so that it catches any water runoff from that tarpaulin and doesn't flood this whole area. Oh, Jonathan, what did you do that for? It wasn't full yet.
Was it?
No, I was waiting until it had a little bit more water in it before I took that out. And when I didn't have the phone in my hand, so I had 2 hands to deal with it. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's out now. So we've had some interesting stuff happen. Really pleased with the rain we've had. It's been fantastic. It's made a big difference. And really pleased with how well the goats are going at the moment. Still getting a decent amount of milk from Evie. She'd probably prefer that I milked her more than once a day, but at the moment that's what she's getting. Little Ruth is growing up nicely.
And her horns are growing up nicely too.
Yep, she's starting to develop horns.
As well as Noah's and Isaac's.
Yeah.
Oh, there's little Ruth's horns, and there's Noah and Isaac's horns.
So the babies are all getting big. I'm going to have to weather the boys soon.
What does weather mean?
Castrate them, make them so that they can't make babies, because they are related to all of the girls on the property, and it would be very bad if they got any of the girls pregnant. it would definitely lead to birth defects, etc., which would be very bad. So the general idea is, I think, to weather them at about 8 to 10 weeks of age. So yes, I was trying to find a new home for them, but I haven't found anyone yet that would like 2 little boys, or even 1 little boy.
Can't we sell them to our neighbour?
Our neighbour doesn't want boys. She's got goats that can't afford to get pregnant or they'll die because they're too old. So she doesn't want goats on the property. Doesn't want any boy goats. See, if you know anybody in the Lockyer or Greater Brisbane area that would like a purebred son and buck, do get in touch. The boys I need to have a solution for them shortly, because I believe it's by about 3 months old they are actually able to get a goat pregnant, which I definitely don't want that to happen. So yes.
I didn't know boys could get girls pregnant.
Well, there you go. You learnt something. This is how we do the birds and the bees conversation here on the homestead. Over the animals. Anyway. The goats are doing wonderfully. It's not ideal to have them in this smaller area, but we do want them to clean up that area. Once that's cleaned up, we'll be moving them into bigger areas, and we will move them over into that lovely area over there, which has got lots of greenery out there. So I'm actually half contemplating making it so they've got a laneway back to here, because this makes it really super easy for milking. Like super easy for milking, because the milk stand's just on the other side of the IBCs there. Anyway, I've got heaps to do. Got to go feed the chickens. I'll catch you in the comments. And you remember, you're either ripe and rotting,
Green and growing or ripe and rotting.
he said it. I'll catch you in the comments. Bless you.